Hey, welcome back to Arc Salt Lake, where we cover authentic, relevant, and community-driven stories. Yeah. We have 2 of the 4 seasons here with us today.
Yeah, we have Daxton Bloomquist right here and Trevor James, 2 of the Jersey boys for the Pioneer Theater Company production. I got to tell you, this show is fantastic.
He has not stopped raving about it since he saw it.
Good. Good. These guys are real talent here. Now, Trevor, you play Frankie Valli.
Yes.
And you've actually been in this production 4 times, 3 times as Frankie.
Correct.
Yeah. You must be kind of good then.
Yeah, it's in there now. It's kind of in the muscle memory, which is nice when I'm a little tired or whatever. I can just trust that I've put in the thousands of hours to get it into my body, and it'll be there when I need it to be.
So what is it like to play such a superstar like Frankie Valli?
Oh, it's so fun. The show is so good, and it's so honest. It's such an honest portrayal about what these 4 guys went through as they were coming up and trying to make their way out of this old neighborhood in Belleville, New Jersey, and then kind of get out on the other side of what could have gone to be a rough kind of upbringing. And it's really fun to just know that I'm bringing a voice to a story that a lot of people wouldn't know. You saw it. I don't know if you expected.
And until I saw the show, I didn't realize everything that went on. It's quite a journey from like that neighborhood in New Jersey all the way to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Exactly.
And you play Bob Gaudio.
Yes.
Yeah.
And without Bob, there probably wouldn't be 4 seasons because Bob wrote most of the music, right?
Yeah. He comes in a little later in the show, and they had already established themselves a little bit, but he comes in and kind of makes them the big 4 seasons that we know today. So.
Yeah. And what I was really amazed with is how fluid everything is in the show. Tons of music, just one song after another, but still there's some narration mixed in there which takes you on this journey.
Yeah, it's kind of the first of its kind in that it's the jukebox musical, which we'd kind of seen in Mamma Mia, where they took ABBA music and but they put it to a fantasy plot. They created a story. This is taking the catalog of music and putting it to the real story. And it's really a train. It's a show of transitions. It's 33 songs. You're in and out of
33 songs.
33 songs. I think I sing on about 20.
I was going to say, he sings most of them.
Does the audience ever start singing along with you? Because these are, songs that we all know and love.
It's so fun to look out and see a crowd of a certain demographic that just kind of just lights up when you start to sing a song that they know. Even songs that I don't even expect people. I sing a Sunday Kind of Love at one point in the show before were the 4 seasons when they were singing covers of songs, and I kind of like tease the song, and I hear people in the audience and go, Sunday Kind of Love, like they know it's coming, and it's really fun.
I get Oh What a Night, and so I'm by myself for like the first minute of the song, and so I get to enjoy
that's
that.
Kind of your
real
highlight of the show. And that's a really funny scene.
It is. It's a good one. So I might be biased, but it's a good one. I don't know what.
Is that your favorite song to sing because you got the big solo?
Yeah, I'm by myself on the stage with the spotlight. Who could? I can't be mad about that. But it is a fun song. It is the ensemble comes in, and we have a lot of fun in it, and it adds a little comedic break to some of the darker stuff we see.
You guys have a great Broadway background too. Tell us about that.
You go first. I did a long stint with the Book of Mormon on Broadway and on the national tour. So, so I played Elder McKinley on the tour and was in the ensemble and understudied Elder McKinley on Broadway. So I got to a lot of my character in this show has a lot of comedy relief, especially in the second half of Act 1, and I think my comedic work with Book of Mormon allows me to just let the book, knowing that this book of Jersey Boys is really, really smart, so I don't have to actually work that hard. I get to just be an actor and read the script, and you don't have to try hard because it's the comedy is in the script. So I think that makes my job real easy. So.
And Trevor, you've got one show after another, right?
I work a lot around the country, and I did a stint in Japan playing Tony in West Side Story for 4 months at a brand new space. It's really a privilege that when your work gets to take you to see the world. And I'm really grateful that
And
I'm
how
on this
fantastic is it for us here in Utah that we get this Broadway quality here in Salt Lake City? It's fantastic.
Yeah, and it's been great. And the actual theater itself is gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Never seen it. This is one of those regional theaters that when you're coming out of college, it's one of those that's okay, now that I'm out in the world, I want to work at Pioneer at some point. And so we're lucky to be here.
Yeah, I wanted to work at this theater well, since college.
Yeah,
Dream come true.
Yeah,
That's
no,
awesome.
I'm very excited to be
great.
here.
Okay, now, Trevor, you sing for about 2.5 hours solid.
Seriously.
And a lot of that's kind of the falsetto style.
Yeah.
And how do you maintain your voice, though? I was just...
You know, I'm a little bit of a hermit. I think we're doing this show. I gotta kind of just shut it down after the show and go home and make sure I get my rest. I drink a lot of water throughout the show. It's funny, I'm not in that "Oh What a Night" scene because it's the one built-in break for me in the show to I've been every time I go off stage I'm chugging water, and then so that's kind of my relief to maybe use the restroom really quick and let it all go.
And I have an excuse to take my time then.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, no, it's also it's so fun to sing. Like, it's hard to not just enjoy it, and I'm past the point of worrying too much about it, and more just like I get to go out and play with every part of my voice, and not a lot of shows you get to use your full range like that, and so it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, I won't give them an example of my falsetto, but anyway, as far as the show goes, it is quite a story. You guys were probably fascinated with Frankie Valli's story.
Yeah, it's also one that I didn't personally know it.
No, I
I knew a lot of the
show.
songs, a lot of the catalog of music, and then you get into the book of the musical, and you're kind of just shocked by it all. And like the Bob and Frankie relationship is a really special one in the show, in that their whole business deal was based on a handshake. They still to this day have not signed contracts as business partners. They are just. They're honest
It's
men.
just the New Jersey handshake.
It's that true story of like coming from nothing to being something huge, and I think everyone relates or can relate or wants to relate to that, and I think that makes it really special.
And what would you say the life story is behind all of this?
The life story. I mean, it's a total rags to riches story, but it's not. Once they obtain the riches, some of the rags don't go away, and I think that's what makes it really honest. Is that they were sincere in airing the good and the not so good of their lives, and we get to address the audience, which is rare in a show. Sometimes you got to pretend the audience isn't there. This one we get to talk right to them and say, this is how it really was. And that's really...
And there's some tragedy involved,
of course,
too.
And it hits different every night when you just kind of say those words and you kind of put yourself in the shoes of these people, and it's hard not to get emotional every night. But it makes it kind of fulfilling to know that you're telling a very honest story.
I love how the narration is from the Four Seasons point of view.
Yeah.
I love that.
And it's cool because you get a really personal, you get almost like a one-on-one personal feeling with the audience before you get to go into a scene. And so it's like you're playing a scene with your acting partner, and then you come in and
you're talking to the audience.
Yeah, and it's like two different versions of yourself that you have to put in there. So I think that's been really challenging and fun to like have that relationship with the audience that you normally don't get as an actor.
And I have to say, when you're talking to the audience, there's a real connection there. I mean, you feel it.
Oh yeah, and
I
mean we're both trying to like make eye contact with people, and there's no pretend in that part of it. It's we're talking to you.
Yeah, and we should say that the show is recommended for 17-year-olds.
It's kind
and
of
above.
R-rated with the
There's
language.
colorful, authentic Jersey language in it.
That's the thing. This is the original, I guess, score and script.
Yeah,
And-
totally.
Yeah, in New Jersey, they don't talk like we do in Utah.
It's unapologetic, but it is so fun, and I think it's done in a way that's not distasteful. It's not at all. It feels warranted when you're watching it because it just makes it feel all the more real and authentic.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't have put it in there if it wasn't the truth.
And you feel like you're in their life rather than like, I'm offended by what they're saying. You're like, I'm there with you.
Yeah, that's the feeling I had.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, exactly.
You almost don't. If you're there, you almost don't even notice it's happening. Yeah, really, because you're just so involved with the characters.
You have one favorite song.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, one favorite song? I mean, anyone who plays Frankie Valli is going to say that "Can't Take My Eyes Off of You."
Oh,
Is a very there's such a great build up to that number and the reveal of that song, and getting that kind of solo moment on stage to just sing the song that's kind of the pinnacle of Frankie's career is very special.
Well, my favorite Four Seasons song is Sherry.
Oh.
Will you sing just one line for me? I know you're resting your
Oh,
voice.
no, we can't do that.
Before 10 a.m.
But
Before 10 a.m. You just
I was hoping we get
We
one
don't want to
line.
strain the vocal cords, okay?
Gotta save it for tonight.
You tried though. You tried.
Yeah. Really, really hard.
I wasn't going to ask that because I knew.
Well, I went there.
Okay, the show runs through next Saturday.
Yes.
And guess what? If you get tickets, use the code PC63.
Yeah.
PC.
PTC. For
Pioneer
Pioneer
Theater
Theater
Company.
Company.
I don't even know my alphabet, but it's yeah.
PTC 63.
63. Okay.
And the 63 is because it's the theater company's
63rd anniversary.
season.
Yeah.
Wow, it's just incredible. Okay.
Okay.
So
Well,
pioneertheater.org.
best of luck, and don't miss the show.
Yeah, thanks. Check us out.
Yeah, he has not stopped raving about it. So
Oh,
we've all
good,
got to go see it. So.
PTC 63.
There you go. Ron finally got it.
All right, guys. Best
Thank
of luck
you.
to you.
It's been so fun to chat with you.
We'll see you.
Thanks for having
See you
us.
down the line.
Yeah.
You bet.
All right.